Good afternoon, dumpster dwellers. Some Raccoon back with some unboxing. I planned to wait until I received my Black Friday Vinegar Syndrome releases, but I'm not a subscriber. Still waiting. I'm not going to say anything more about that. I did, however, in the meantime, did make some purchases. One from Gruv and one from Kino Lorber. Again, this is some of these is no, this is just like good values in for 4K. First was from Gruv. Interesting about my Gruv order is I was expecting it, and 2 envelopes were there, and I thought that was strange. Each one apparently contained 2 packages, 2 movies. I opened the first one. It's addressed to me. It was not my order. It was like the DreamWorks movies, like Rise of the Guardians and a 3-pack of How to Train Your Dragon. And I'm just like, and then I looked at the invoice and I'm like, oh, they just printed my label twice and sent me these movies. But much to Gruv's credit, they did, once I alerted them to what had happened, they mailed me out they printed off me a mail label to send it back, which I did once I received it. 2 films that I picked up from Gruv this time around. Keep the comments to yourself. First one is Fast 10. Got every other movie. Still haven't watched it yet. Didn't see it in the theaters. I try not to be a slave to completism, but I'm just like, when I see it, it was like $10. It's like cheaper than going to the movies, or cheaper than renting it, pretty much. So I got that. The other pickup was Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Saw this in the theater twice, and it's just big and loud. First viewing, I didn't like it as much as other Mad Max movies. Second viewing, my appreciation of it grew, and it's just fun. It's just one I can repeat and just marvel at what's happening. Kino Lorber. At the end of the year, Kino Lorber was touting that once December 31st came around, these titles were not going to be available any longer on their website, which indicates to me that they no longer have the license and are just blowing out these titles. These are all 4K pickups. Like the 4 movies, less than $50 in 4K, which is just like you're paying $35 for 4Ks. With Kino Lorber sales and with Kino Lorber in general, if they're what I consider movies that I love, I will support them on initial release. But I do look to Kino Lorber for their sales and I will take chances on things. But just like some movies are just like I appreciate, but I'm not in a hurry to pony up. These are some examples of those. First one, Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, Marilyn Monroe, Some Like It Hot. Just a classic comedy from the 50s in 4K. Next up, My Cocaine. I credit my friend Sean Libby for teaching me how to say the name correctly. The Italian Job. Yeah, it holds up. And I kind of like the remake, and I saw the remake before I saw the original, and I just love the original. It's like, give me 1960s Michael Caine, and I'm a happy camper. You know, whether it is The Italian Job or Get Carter, just great stuff. Next up, this one is an upgrade from DVD, cast like no other. Steve McQueen, James Garner, Richard Attenborough, The Great Escape, 4K. How can you not? How can you not? Just like, it's just such a great film. Lastly, Rod Steiger, Cindy Poitier, In the Heat of the Night in 4K. what's interesting about this release is not only do you get In the Heat of the Night in 4K, but you get the two sequels, Call Me Mr. Tibbs and The Organization. You get those on Blu-ray. So this is actually a 3-pack. No regrets for any of these purchases. I look forward to watching them. I was thinking the other day about the difference between having a collection and being a collector. All the movies that I buy, it's because I have watched and want to watch again, or they're movies that I think are important that I should watch. It's about the movies. It's not about slipcovers for me. It's not about packaging. It's not about special features. Special features are nice, but most of the time I'm just watching the movie. Occasionally I'll look at special features. One I will note that I do enjoy the special features from the DVD release of Snatch, which gave you subtitles for when they're speaking pikey, which I thought was hilarious. Another special feature that I always talk when the movie comes up is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. You have the castle scene, which is then dubbed in Japanese, and then they do a literal translation back to English from the Japanese dub for English subtitles, and it's just hilarious how it changed the meaning of that scene. But anyways, my fingers are crossed that my Vinegar Syndrome order with the keep will be here soon. Until then, just I'm sure there'll be some sales and all between Shout Factory, Kino Lorber, Arrow, Gruv. Gruv had some cool things going on this weekend. I just couldn't justify, the expense. Well, until next time, you can find me in the dumpster. Take care. Bye.